Morning everybody, welcome to today's video. So I'm finally getting around to doing my exhaust fab, as I've said in the last couple of videos. So we're going to start doing that today. So first of all, I'm going to head to a local exhaust shop where I always go to get my pieces and parts that I obviously use for making exhausts and snorkels and stuff. So I'm going to head to Men at Work Exhaust in Capalaba and pick up a couple of flanders and probably a pair of gaskets. Yeah, so I'll pick you up when I get there. So I got my 3 stainless steel flanders and 1 gasket, because the gasket I've got at the Cat already is actually new and it's only been ran, you know, just a handful of times. So got the gaskets, got the flanges, and now I'm going to head home and start working on the muffler that I got. So I've got a 90s Jasma rear muffler, and I'm going to cut the big 4-inch, I think it's 5-inch, big 5-inch tip off it, and obviously put a big bit of 3-inch straight on it, because I just think it'll look a bit nicer, less of a big, like, coffee tin, as we would call it in Australia, or a cannon, I'd say, on the back. So I'll get home and I'll show you what I got to work with. Alright guys, just got back home. Now this is what I was talking about, the big muffler I got. So this is a 90s, I'm going to say 90s Jasma muffler, and now this is the big old pooper I was talking about that we don't want. So I'm going to cut this off and replace it with a big bit of 3-inch stainless steel. Also I've got to cut the rear of it off. Oh, making some noise here. So it's cracked here, and this is actually mild steel, so I'm going to replace that with a 3-inch 90 anyway. So the whole exhaust will be all stainless steel. So from the bottom of the dump pipe back, so I've got a stainless steel cat under there as well. Actually, it's not stainless steel, it's just a normal cat that's bashed out. So yeah, I've got a bashed out cat under there, and yeah, so I'm going to go get changed. I'll get all my gear set up outside, like my grind and everything, and I'll put you on a bit of a time lapse of me cutting this big old doozy apart. So I'll see you. Now we've got this big like 5-inch tip off, which is rubbish, so that can go over there. Now I've just got to try and, if you can see that lip in there, if it'll focus, there we go. There's like a lip in there. I need to obviously cut this flange off here, the rest of that off. Then hopefully that little piece there should actually pop out. So I'll pick you back up shortly. Alright guys, so as you can see, I've got this new bit of 3-inch stainless on there. Looks way better than what it did. So I'm going to probably, so I've still got to actually like fill in the gaps on there. It's going to take me a little bit to weld, just because it's, I'm thinking that's just going to say like 3 1/4, that hole in there. So I'm going to probably start welding it up actually right now. So hopefully I can put you on a bit of a, like, hopefully you'll be able to watch me do this. I'm not sure how my camera's going to go or if it's going to like it or not, but we'll, I'll see how we go. So what you saw from just then, I welded the exhaust up, which is just there. Now I've already polished the tip up, but it didn't come out as good as I'd expected, because it's obviously a second-hand exhaust and it's got exhaust dust and gas and shit in there still. It didn't come out as good, so as you can see, come out a little bit dirty, but that's alright. It doesn't really matter, because I'm not really bothered, because it's going to do the same on the back end anyway. So I'll give the tip of polish up. Just use some it says aluminium polish, but some Auto Sol polish, and yeah, that come up pretty nice. So I'm gonna start the Skyline up now. I'll set the camera down, and you can hear obviously the difference with the mild steel exhaust from now, and then I'll put the obviously I'll finish the stainless one, and then I'll give you a clip at the end of this vlog. So, so from as that little clip there, you would have seen, or you would have heard how the Skyline sounds with that cannon. So what I'll do is I'll bring it back inside, I'll jack it up, I'll pull the exhaust off, and we'll start on fabricating the stainless steel one. So it's a 3-inch cannon. Oh sorry, that's a fucking, like, I don't even know how big that is. It's too fucking big, it's ugly. So it's a 3-inch mild steel exhaust that goes down to the cap, just down there. So obviously I'm going to unbolt it from the cap and pull this whole thing out. Progress I've made so far, so flange there at the back of the cap, 45, big bit of straight, all the way down to the end there, so which just comes out, pretty much that's at the diff just there, so I've still got to go obviously just the rest of it, which comes all the way up to the back of the muffler up there. So I'll get started on this next bit very shortly. Morning everybody, back to another day. It was it's obviously, what's today? Joey, what's today? Wednesday, Tuesday. So it's back to Tuesday. So I've got the bottom half out. There he is. There's Joey. Hey. So I've got the front half out. I've got the flange on there now, so I've obviously cut it down and I've tacked it all up. Just about to tack the top here. So this is all marine grade 316 stainless steel. So I've got that obviously ready to go. I'm gonna get back under here and do that rear section. So from the bottom of the exhaust that comes out here just near the diff, and then make that section that goes up to the muffler. So this is what the muffler's looking like at the rear. The old, if you can see there, there you go, Jasma. So this is like a 90s Jasma muffler. So yeah, it doesn't sit out too far, but I think that's going to look nice enough as it is. Pretty snaz, as I said. Oh hello, look, there's me. Hello. What's up, Mom? Okay, so I've got the muffler here. Right, I've had to put this real ghetto rig bullshit on the back here because originally the weld around the back was broken. I just had this V-band clamp laying around, and it was good enough to fill the gap. So that's what I've put on here. So I'm going to fit it back up onto the car and put the rear section from here down underneath to the diff. So I'll get under there and we'll be good to go. That's how you do it, Mom.
So what exhaust did you have on when you did the power run on the dyno?
That heap of shit that you can see over there.
So, and that was just a mild steel exhaust?
So yeah, mild steel with an X-Force cannon with a hot dog in the middle. Look at that. Big hollow boy.
Rubbish.
Crap, too big. You don't want this. This is loose and shit house. We don't like that. No good. No wasted here, mate. Definitely stop. Definitely got the most use out of it. Compared to when a disc is like this big. That's obviously it's a flapper disc, but you know what I mean. I've made 3 cuts with this disc. Absolutely shit.
How are you, mate?
Up here, dog.
Oh, hey, man.
Hello, mate.
So what's happening now?
Almost done. So I'm pretty much done from the cap all the way up to here. Flange it there. Got the 90 up under the diff, and now I've just got to get from this 90 to the back of the muffler. So I've cut one of these little bits of 90s down already, as you can see. So I've obviously shortened off this end. I was going to do that end, but I've obviously used that end instead. So as you can see, it's a little bit out this here. So I'll so it pretty much says I need to come back another 20 mil. So hopefully I can get another 20 mil off this edge here. But we're going to be pretty tight for space, but I'll make it work. So I'll cut this and I'll come back. Always wear your safety glasses and these things. Protect your ears at all costs. Otherwise you'd be fucked.
Wise words from Sedan Vlogs.
Fingers crossed this turns out A-okay, otherwise I'll be pretty upsetty. Spaghetti. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah, man.
We say man a lot.
Yeah, well.
Doesn't matter, man.
Yeah, man.
Exhaust is all tacked up, muffler's up there, goes all the way down to the cap down there. So I'm pretty happy with that. Full 3-inch stainless steel exhaust to a single rear muffler, and that come out really good. So I'm going to pull it all back out now, and I'll start welding it out. It's Wednesday. Now I've got all the exhaust back out from underneath the Skyline, so it's on the floor here currently. So I've got the rear section here and the front half on my bench. So pretty much all I've got to do now this morning is I'm going to go and weld it all out and fit it up, and then I'll start her up for the first time. So I'm excited to see how it sounds. The last time I had a stainless steel exhaust on my last Skyline, it sounded pretty good, so fingers crossed it'll roughly sound the same. The only thing that was different was I didn't have a big rear muffler like that one. I had something that was just like a cannon with a big bit of 3-inch straight at the back. So I'll get this welded and we'll fit it up. So I've welded the first half of the exhaust. Got some rainbows on the flanges. Not so much on this one here because I didn't have my welder set correctly, so that's why she looks a little bit black and dirty. This one came out better, but then when I finally did both flanges I had it set right, so it's rainbows in there. So now my camera died, so hence why I didn't actually get any footage of welding this, but I'm going to set the camera down on my bench now and I'll hopefully get some footage of me welding this. Alright guys, so everything is welded out now, so from tip to flange to flange to flange is all done, but if you can see, it'll focus, this come out really quite nice. Right guys, so it's all fitted up and now it looks really good and it fitted up really well. So there you go, full 3-on-6 stainless steel exhaust, flange at the diff and at the cat down there, all made by myself in the sedan garage, which is actually just my garage at home. So I'll get off the jack stands now, I'll roll it out the front and we'll start it up. Keen to see how it sounds. Doesn't sound anything different just yet. I'll wait for it to warm up a bit and I'll put the camera behind the car and I'll give it a rev. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Big thanks to Men at Work Exhaust in Capalaba for supplying me the stainless steel flanders and the exhaust gaskets. I appreciate, you know, all the views I get. Please be sure to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy what I do. Obviously I can't really hear how good it sounds in the car, and because I've got a GK Tech clutch fan, it's really actually quite loud, so it's very hard to actually hear the note difference. But I'm going to take it obviously for a drive eventually and I'll be able to hear the difference. So thank you so much for watching guys. I'll see you in the next one.